Goa forest cover. India is a land of many natural resources. The area under natural vegetation is one of the prime resources for the country's economy and also for the production of many materials. The forest cover in India is 67.71 million hectares, which is 20.6% of its geographical area. Of this, 5.46 million hectares, which is 1.66%, is very dense forests. 33.26 million hectares, which amounts to 10.12%, is moderately dense, and the rest, 28.99 hectares, which is 8.82%, is open, including 0.44 million hectares of mangroves. The percentage of forest cover in the hilly regions of the country is 38.85%, and by excluding areas unavailable for plant growth, like in the snow-clad areas of the country, it comes to 52.4%. In India, the forest resources are well distributed all across the country. The state of Madhya Pradesh has the largest area of 7.6 million hectares under forest cover, constituting 11.22% of the total forest cover, followed by Arunachal Pradesh, 10.01%, Chhattisgarh, 8.25%, Orissa, 7.15%, and Maharashtra, 7.01%. In general, the northeastern Himalayan states alone maintain over 75% forest cover in the country. Mizoram, 88.63%, Nagaland, 82.75%, Arunachal Pradesh, 80.93%, Tripura, 77.77%, and Manipur, 76.53%. The term forest cover refers to all lands more than 1 hectare in area with a tree canopy density of more than 10%, irrespective of ownership and legal status. Such lands may not necessarily be a recorded forest area. They include orchards, bamboo, and palm. The word canopy in forests refers to the cover of branches and foliage formed by the crowns of trees. The canopy density relates to the percent area of land covered by the canopy of trees. It is expressed as a decimal coefficient, taking closed canopy as a unit. The cultivable non-forest area, CNFA, is the net geographical area lying outside recorded forest and forest cover, which can support tree vegetation. Forest inventory is the measurement of certain parameters of forests to assess the growing stock and other characteristics of forests. The term moderately dense forest refers to the lands with forest cover having a canopy density between 40 to 70%. The non-forest land is the land without forest cover. The term open forest refers to those lands with forest cover having a canopy density between 10 to 40%. In India, the protected forests is the area notified under the provisions of the Indian Forest Act or other state forest acts having limited degree of protection. In protected forests, all activities are permitted unless prohibited. The term scrub is used to denote a degraded forest land having the canopy density of less than 10%. Trees are large woody perennial plants having a single well-defined stem, bole or trunk and a more or less definite crown. It also includes bamboos, palms, fruit trees, etc., and excludes non-perennial, non-woody species like banana and tall shrubs or climbers. The term very dense forest is used to refer to lands with forest cover having a canopy density of 70% and above. Goa is one of the states of India having a good percentage of forest cover. Goa is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. It is located on the west coast, nestled between the states of Maharashtra and Karnataka, and lies on the coastal plains between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. It lies between latitudes 14 degrees 53 to 15 degrees 40 north and between longitudes 73 degrees 40 to 74 degrees 21 east, with a geographical area of 3,702 square kilometers. The Mondovi and the Zori are the two major rivers which are the lifelines of Goa. Both of these rivers originate from the Western Ghats and flow towards the southern boundary to join the Arabian Sea. The reporting area for land utilization in Goa is 0.361 million hectares. The forests cover an area of about 0.125 million hectares, which is almost 34.63% of the land area. The land not available for cultivation in Goa is about 37,000 hectares, which is about 10.25%. In Goa, the permanent pastures and other grazing lands occupy about 1,000 hectares, which is about 0.28%. The land under miscellaneous tree crops and groves is about 1,000 hectares, which is about 0.28%. The cultivable wasteland in Goa is about 53,000 hectares. The current fallows occupy about 7,000 hectares, which is almost 1.94%. The net area sown in Goa is 0.137 million hectares, which is about 37.95% of the total area. The mean temperature in the state ranges from 16.2 degrees centigrade to 36.7 degrees centigrade, with the average annual rainfall at 3,790 millimeters. The recorded forest area in the state of Goa is 1,224 square kilometers, which is 33.06% of the geographical area of the state. Of this, the reserved forests constitute 20.67%, protected forests constitute 69.04%, and unclassed forests 10.29% of the total forest area. The state of Goa adopts the joint forest management practices. The government of Goa started joint forest management practices in the year 2003. There are 26 joint forest management committees managing 10,000 hectares of forest area. About 336 families are involved in this activity. As per the Joint Forest Management Notification of Goa, sharing of benefits is not based on harvested forest produce, but on the value addition to the forests being protected by the Joint Forest Management Committees. The forest cover in the state, based on an interpretation of satellite data, is 2,151 square kilometers, which is 58.1% of the state's geographical area. In terms of forest canopy density classes, the state has 511 square kilometers of very dense forests, 624 square kilometers of moderately dense forest, and 1,016 square kilometers of open forest. The distribution of forest cover of the state is seen in this map. It is essential to see the district-wise forest cover in the state of Goa. The number of districts assessed during the recent survey were 2. The district-wise details are as follows. The district of North Goa. The geographical area of the North Goa district is 1,736 square kilometers. The total forest cover is 865 square kilometers, out of which very dense forest cover is 119 square kilometers. Moderate to dense forest cover is 241 square kilometers, while the open forest cover is found to be 499 square kilometers. The district of South Goa. The geographical area of South Goa is 1,966 square kilometers. The total forest cover is 1,286 square kilometers, out of which the very dense forest cover is 392 square kilometers. Moderate to dense forest cover is 377 square kilometers, while the open forest cover is found to be 517 square kilometers. Scrub cover is found to be a mere 1 square kilometer. Now let us see the altitude zone-wise forest cover in the state of Goa. The altitude zone-wise forest cover is seen as follows. Between the altitudes of 0 and 500 meters, very dense forest cover is about 431 square kilometers. Moderately dense forest covers about 593 square kilometers, while open forest covers about 975 square kilometers. All types put together is about 1,999 square kilometers. Between the altitudes of 500 and 1,000 meters, very dense forest covers an area of about 80 square kilometers. Moderately dense forest covers an area of about 31 square kilometers. Open forest covers an area of about 41 square kilometers. All types put together amounts to 152 square kilometers. In the state of Goa, in all altitudinal zones, very dense forest covers an area of about 511 square kilometers. Moderately dense forest covers an area of about 624 square kilometers. Open forest covers an area of about 1,016 square kilometers, and all types put together amount to 2,151 square kilometers. As per the Champion and SAIT classification, the state of Goa has 5 types which belong to 5 forest types. They are the tropical wet evergreen, tropical semi-evergreen, tropical moist deciduous, tropical dry deciduous forests, and littoral and swamp forests. The estimated tree cover in the state of Goa is 286 square kilometers, which is 7.73% of the geographical area of the state. The district of North Goa of the state has been inventoried. The forest and tree cover distribution in the state of Goa is as follows. Tree cover constitutes an area of 286 square kilometers, covering a geographical area of 7.73%. Forest cover covers an area of 2,151 square kilometers, covering a geographical area of 58.10%. Forest and tree cover constitutes an area of 2,437 square kilometers, covering a geographical area of 65.83%. Forests have always been of great importance to human beings. Today, people depend on forests, especially for their economic value, their environmental value, and their value for culture and recreation. The science of forestry is concerned with the increasing and preserving of these values by careful management of the available forest lands in any country. Let us protect the forests of our country, India.
South Asian Archipelago. While many island ecosystems are found in South Asia, those with critical geopolitical significance include the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands in India, Indonesian Islands, Taiwan, the islands in the Korean Sea, and the 4 big islands in Japan. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Andaman Nicobar Islands spread from 14 degrees 24 north latitude, 93 degrees 10 east longitude to 6 degrees 13 north latitude to 93 degrees 57 east longitude. The total landmass of all the islands put together sums up to 8,249 square kilometers. The northern group of islands, called the Andaman District, is separated from the Nicobar group of islands by the 10 degrees channel. It spans 139 kilometers wide and 1,399 meters deep. There are over 572 islands in the island chain. Only 35 of these are inhabited. Over 86% of the landmass enjoys forest cover. Being thus so strategically located, the island's enhanced geopolitical significance is crucial to the entire Asia-Pacific and the South Asian region. The different islands in the Andaman-Nicobar archipelago include the following islands: Triparis, Great Coco, Little Coco, Landfall, Nakondam, West Island, North Reef, South Island, Long Island, Barren Island, North Passage, Henry Lawrence, Andaman-Nicobar Ridge, John Lawrence, Head, Neil Island, Rutland, Sink, Passage, North Brother, North Sentinel, South Sentinel Island in the northern group of islands in the Andaman district, and in the Nicobar district's islands we find Kha Nicobar, Batimalv, Chaura, Tilanchong, Isle of Man, Teresa, Kamota, Kachel, Little Nicobar, Cornwall, and Great Nicobar. The Indonesian archipelago sits on the Sunda Plate or the Australasian Plate, and also in terms of geopolitics belongs more to ASEAN than to South Asia. Though the entire island chain is a volcanic ecosystem, only 3 islands have recorded eruptions. Barren Island is still an active volcano. Nakondam is dormant, and Invisible Bank is an extinct volcano. Besides, there is a mud volcano in Baratang in the Jarawa reserves in Middle Andamans. Geopolitical significance. Other islands like Maldives, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Diogo Garcia, Mauritius, Madagascar, and Singapore are also crucial stakes for global powers. Dozens of countries seek a base for their defense installations. Economic powers like USA, UK, Australia, India, China, and France, besides the countries on the Indian Ocean rim, seek to optimize the utilization of resources that obtains from land in this crucial region. The contours of the different ecosystems that prevail in this vast continent thus offer different terrain patterns and different biodiversity profiles. Together with the rainfall, weather vagaries, and climatic patterns, Asians have thus inherited rich and diverse agrodiversity. This rich agrodiversity manifests in the form of horticulture, floriculture, fisheries, animal husbandry, harvesting of minor forest produce like honey, lichens and mosses, medicinal herbs, etc. All these human activities have been engendered into the lifestyles of different groups of people who have grown accustomed to the bounty offered by Mother Nature. We thus see how traditions have evolved around natural resources. That is what is meant by agro-meteorological factors conditioning traditional vocations. With this insight, dear students, you now have a fairly in-depth perspective of how the Mother Earth has literally shaped up the place we live in. In this chapter, we have understood the origins of the continents and the diverse geographical and geological factors that have shaped our lives in this thriving, heart-throbbing continent called Asia. In our next episode, we shall understand how the land is influenced by and influences terrain pattern. I hope you will join us then.